Hello you most beautiful and most amazing top 10ers, how are you doing today? Fantastically, I hope. I'm Rebecca Felgate and welcome back to another episode of Most Amazing Top 10. Today we are talking the top 10 shortest people of all time. I've always been considered pretty short myself, I'm just 5'2", however, the people on this list make me seem like an absolute giant. In at number 10 we have Kagendra Thapar at 67 centimeters or 2 feet 2 inches. Kagendra is a 24-year-old man from Nepal and held the record of the world's shortest man until 2011, holding it between the ages of 18 and 19. Villagers from Kagendra's hometown often call him Little Buddha. When he was born he weighed just 600 grams and now just weighs 5.5 kilos. These days Kagendra is around the height of a small suitcase. In at number 9 we have Madge Bester at 65 centimeters or 2 foot 1.5. South African Madge Bester is one of the shortest females alive. Aged 53, Madge is the daughter of a lady named Winnie who measured only 70 centimeters. Madge held the smallest woman in the world record until 2011. Unfortunately, Madge has brittle bones and now has to use a wheelchair. She regularly campaigns for disability rights and she is an absolute inspiration. Next on our list is a man who previously claimed to be the shortest man in the world but unfortunately passed away in 2011. In at number 8 we have Istvan Toth. He was 65 centimeters, so 2 foot 1.5. Istvan was born in 1963 and sadly died in 2011 aged 48. The Hungary native kept a low profile and was never actually verified by the Guinness Book of Records. Next up we have a television actress and American Horror Story star. In at number 7 we have Jyoti Amj at 62 centimeters, so that's 2 foot 0.06 inches. Indian national Jyoti, now aged 22, was recognized as the world's shortest woman in December 2011. At that time, she was just 18 years old. Jyoti has been in the spotlight since she was 16, appearing on an episode of Body Shock called 2 Feet High Teen. Later, Jyoti appeared in Big Boss 6 and hosted a show on Italian Canal 5, and then in 2014 she was cast as Ma Petite in American Horror Story. Jyoti weighs just 11 pounds, which is slightly more than your average house cat. On her height, Jyoti has said, "People like me might be small in stature, but they can also act. Regular people should not underestimate people who are small." So from the smallest current living woman to a lady thought to be the smallest of her time, in at number 6 we have Lucia Zarate at 61 centimeters / 2 feet tall. Lucia was from Mexico and lived between 1864 and 1890, sadly passing away at the age of 26. Lucia was thought to have been 24 inches tall, so that's 61 centimeters. However, because she died almost 130 years ago, her height was never verified. She was, however, officially identified as the lightest recorded adult when she was 17, weighing just 2.1 kilograms. Like Jyoti, Lucia was also an actress. She was introduced into show business when she was young, performing in an act called The Fairy Sisters, and later The General Mite and the Mexican Midget. Lucia was the first person to be diagnosed with primordial dwarfism type 2. In at number 5 we have Junri Ballowing at 60 centimeters / 1 foot 11 inches. Junri is a 23-year-old man living in the Philippines who has previously been awarded the shortest man alive Guinness World Record. Junri is said to have stopped growing when he was just 1 year old and he was brought up by a blacksmith in Sindangan. Junri lost his world record title to our number 2 on the list, however he has since gained it back after their death. At number 4 we have Pauline Musters at 58 centimeters, so that's 1 foot 10.5 inches. Pauline was recognized as the shortest woman in the world by the Guinness Book of Records. Pauline was from the Netherlands and lived between 1876 and 1895. Sadly, she died in New York City when she was just 19 from pneumonia and meningitis. At the time of her death, she was actually taller than her recorded measurement of 58 centimeters, measuring 61 centimeters. Pauline was recognized as the smallest human ever until this next guy came along. In at number 3 we have Gul Muhammad at 57 centimeters, so that's 1 foot 10.25 inches. Gul Muhammad of New Delhi was recognized as the world's shortest human to ever have lived between 1990 and 2011. This was a legacy that extended beyond his death in 1997. Gul was a heavy smoker and died at the age of 40 after complications with asthma and bronchitis. At number 2, another former record holder who recently passed away, we have Chandra W at 54.6 centimeters, so that's 1 foot 9.5 inches. So Chandra actually lived a relatively normal amount of time, dying aged 75 in 2015. Born in 1939 in Nepal, Chandra weighed 32 pounds, so that's actually 3 times more than Jyoti, despite being over 5 centimeters shorter. Chandra was the shortest adult human to ever have their height verified by the Guinness World Records, and the verification was a big deal to him. He said, "It's a big thing for my family, my village and my country. I'm very happy." Chandra was the oldest person to be awarded the title of the shortest adult human and said he just wanted to do his country proud. There's actually some really good YouTube footage of Chandra which you should definitely check out. Also, there's an amazing snap of him and the world's tallest man just hanging out. Good on them. Okay, so we have reached that moment in our top 10 shortest people of all time where I'm going to reveal to you the shortest person that ever lived. And at number 1, we have Francis Joseph Finn, who stood at just 53 centimeters, so that is a crazy 1 foot 8.8 inches. When American national Francis Joseph was 16, he measured just 53 centimeters tall and weighed only 9 pounds. So to put this into context, this is roughly the height of your average bedside table lamp. There is some dispute as to whether our number 2 on this list, Chandra, was actually the smallest ever, as Francis did grow a touch after he was 16. Francis was born in New York in 1864 and died in 1898, aged just 33. When he was 20, he married a fellow dwarf English national Millie Edwards, who was even said to be a touch shorter than him, although her height was never verified. The wedding was highly publicized and the pair were marketed as Royal American Midgets and General and Mrs. Might. Other than the awkward naming, I think that it's amazing that they both found love. So there you have it, that was the top 10 shortest people to have ever lived. Did you guys enjoy this list? Did you find it entertaining and educational? I certainly hope so. If you want to leave more suggestions for more top 10 videos in the comments section down below, then please do so. I'm Rebecca Felgate, this has been Most Amazing Top 10. If you liked the content of this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and of course make sure you're subscribed to Most Amazing Top 10. And I will see you honeys next time. Size doesn't matter, we're all fabulous.